Listen up, everyone. The Imperial Army is upon us. If you can fight, pick up a weapon. Everyone else, hurry up and evacuate. We have the goddess's protection on our side. We have nothing to fear. Victory will be ours.
Professor, are you ready? Well, hurry up. I don't need to tell you that the situation is dire. We have some support troops from the local nobles, but the army we're facing is immense. No matter how you look at it, we're at a disadvantage. To make matters worse, the enemy is being led by Edelgard. You know well how extraordinary she is.
Of course we know, but we can't let her get away. Also, please cease your unwarranted glaring. We don't deserve your judgment.
My father was removed from his role as Prime Minister, and is still under house arrest in the Imperial capital. As his successor, it is my duty to stop her.
The way she's going about all of this is wrong. It's up to us to help her realize that.
I won't be following her, but I won't run away either. Adie's going to come at us with all she's got, and that's a lot. That means we need to fight her with all of our might, too.
She is one who has strength. That has certainty. But we have strength also. We will not be losing.
I shall fight with all that I have. It is an honor to fight alongside each of you.
You students really have guts, don't you? Though I suppose I can't call you students anymore. You're now part of our order. You have our support and our gratitude. Professor, I'm counting on you. Go ahead and take the lead. These kids, they look up to you. I guess that goes without saying. Just look in their eyes and you can see it. If we all make it through this, let's meet again. Good luck out there!
I have a report. The enemy is within the walls. They're about to break the defensive line.
Knights, soldiers, students, defend the front line and the Archbishop with your lives until help arrives. Reinforcements are on the way. Hold fast.
Stay focused.
I'll give it my all.
I got you!
Doing my part.
Who, me?
I'll go.
You're weak.
Oh no.
Battle? I'm on it.
That's my cue. I won't go down so easily. Who, me?
I will get the victory.
Report. The enemy has taken the entrances where the reinforcements were heading.
That won't do. The strongholds to the east and west are our rally points for reinforcements. Retake them at once.
All roses have thorns. My heart is full of victory. Oh, thank you.
I have no choice but to distinguish myself in this fight. Ugh, I'm finished. I'm loath to say it, but I must retreat.
I put in some work.
This fight is but a sideshow to the ravaging of the sacred place that is Garreg Mach.
How sweet.
That's how it goes.
I wish you were someone whose heart could be swayed by my words and deeds. If it were so, I would have done anything to make you my ally.
My life was changed forever by Her Majesty. Now, I lay it on the line. For the Empire!
Forgive me, everyone. My battle ends here.
Stay focused.
Who, me?
I'll give it my all. I must steel myself.
That's my cue.
This
Who, me?
Battle. I'm on it.
Oh no.
I will get the victory.
I'll go.
I wish you were someone whose heart could be swayed by my words and deeds. If it were so, I would have done anything to make you my ally.
It's over.
You fought well, but now your fight is over. Send in our reserve troops, and give my uncle the signal.
What is this?
Everybody here, young and old, is in your hands. No, I will not allow another Red Canyon tragedy to happen here.
What is going on? What now?
Why did you come?
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garreg Mach. Though her own losses were great, her foes had no choice but to surrender. Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. But amidst the chaos of battle, she vanished, and her whereabouts remain unknown. With this single attack, the Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun. Part 2. Silver Snow. Ethereal Moon. Reunion at Dawn. It is Imperial Year 1185. Nearly 5 years have passed since the fall of the monastery at Garreg Mach, and war continues to plague the lands of Fodlan. Ferdiad has been captured. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in shambles. The Leicester Alliance is on the verge of collapse, fractured by two opposing factions, those who support the Adrestian Empire and its ruler, and those who seek her demise. Meanwhile, under Emperor Edelgard's rule of law, the Adrestian Empire continues to expand its reach. The path to a new Fodlan, unified by Imperial strength, may yet be in sight.
You. How long do you intend to sleep? Your body is awake. Your eyes must open now, and you must find the strength to stand upon those legs of yours. Like so much rain, a pool of blood has fallen to the ground. As spears and arrows pierce the earth, it weeps. And even now, it weeps. In order to survive, they kill. And so the people of this world are lost in an abyss of suffering. They weep as well. The only one who truly knows the nature of such things is I. Or rather, you. You are a complete and utter fool! Have you not changed one bit? Get on your feet. Right now! I'll coddle you no more! You are just like a child, always needing me to hold your hand.
Hey, are you awake? We're in a village at the base of the monastery. What are you doing in a place like this? I honestly didn't expect to find someone floating away down the river.
Garreg Mach is upstream of here, but that place was abandoned.
Huh? You don't know? The Church of Seros isn't there anymore. Though, there have been some folks still living there in the 5 years since... well, you know. Anyway, I've heard some thieves have been spotted around those parts these days. Are you feeling alright? You didn't hit your head or anything, did you? It's the ethereal moon of the year 1185. It's been nearly 5 years since the monastery fell. Tomorrow was supposed to be the Millennium Festival, but who's got time to think about things like that? Yeah, that's what I said. But with the war and the Archbishop still missing it all, I doubt there's a soul to be found who has enough blessings worth counting. Hey, slow down, will ya? Where do you think you're going? Are you crazy? I told you. They say thieves are running amok up there. And there's plenty of other dangers, too. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead. Students? You really are crazy, aren't you? There aren't any kids anywhere near that place anymore. Unbelievable.
Why am I even here? I know they won't come, but here I am anyway. How has it already been 5 years? Time stops for no one, I suppose. Huh? It's you! What are you doing here? Highly doubtful. So you were alive. What have you been doing all this time? Choking at a time like this. Well, if you don't wish to tell me, I won't try to persuade you. All that matters is this. Will you return to the Empire with me? As expected, I knew your answer before I had even asked the question. That means we're enemies now, you and I. My teacher, the time for discussion has come to an end.
Even though our swords may cross as they do now. There's no denying that our chosen paths never will. Goodbye, my teacher. When next we meet, one of us will breathe their last.
Who is it? Is that... It's you! Yes, it has been. But this is no time for casual chatter. After you disappeared 5 years ago, do you have any idea how dire the Church's situation became? Where were you? And what were you doing all of those years? You slept for 5 years. In that case, I suppose there is nothing more to say. You should know that Rhea also disappeared after the battle at Garreg Mach 5 years ago. Since then, the Knights have been fully devoted to searching for her. They have yet to find a trace. It is possible. However, the Empire has not made any such statement as of yet. Even if that were the truth, there is no way for us to confirm. We have searched all over, but we have reached an impasse. Unless we do something, our efforts to find Rhea and rebuild the Church will be stalled indefinitely. Our opportunity to strike back is close at hand. Sadly, we are short on military strength. However, now we have you. Do you recall what Rhea told you 5 years ago? She asked for you to take her place should anything ever happen to her. She entrusted you with leading the people of Fodlan. Then I beg of you, please heed her words. It is up to you to lead us, and to defeat the Empire. No, to defeat Edelgard. There is a very good reason, but it is not yet time to divulge it. Just know that without you, we have no hope.
Sir, bandits have entered the area. They stole some hidden weapons and ran off. They're heading for the town, so that might be where they're hiding out.
Vile thieves! Even with the Knights gone, I cannot believe they would dare trespass here. This is unforgivable. Come, Professor. Let us give chase!
In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Imperial loyalist Cornelia has subdued all regions of the former royal house of Blathed to prevent further revolt. Prince Dimitri has been sentenced. Now, the backbone of the former kingdom, Houses Gautier and Fraldarius, struggle to continue the resistance. Cornelia, operating out of the royal palace, has accepted the support of the Empire to build an army and plots to wipe out all remaining kingdom forces. In the Leicester Alliance, House Regan leads an anti-imperial faction, while House Gloucester directs the Empire's supporters. Despite the undeniable threat of fracture, the Alliance's adept new leader, Claude, deftly maintains the outward appearance of a unified front. In Enbar, the imperial capital of the Adrestian Empire, Emperor Edelgard fights to strengthen her regime. She has extended her reach to the kingdom by inciting a coup and continues to draw its former lords under her influence in pursuit of controlling all of Western Fodlan. In the meantime, the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
Looters deserve no forgiveness! After them!
What the? Intruders! Protect the goods!
Stop the thieves! Retrieve our stolen goods!
What's my strategy? This could turn the tides. Guide me well.
Judgment is past! Destiny unfurls. My agent...
All is going to plan.
Won't allow it. Had I room...
We had no place to go, so we came back to Garreg Mach. But then... Huh? Professor?
Looks like there's a fight. I'm ready to join the battle.
It is confirmed that Professor is alive. I will be cooperating.
What are you doing here? Never mind, we'll have to talk later. Help us with these thieves.
It's over! I must lead them well.
Haven't withered away just yet.
Put me in there. Hope you're ready. You're all going down.
More fighting. I will prevail.
No! I'm not the one you want! I guess I've got no choice! It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat?
He has some treasure from the monastery too. Do not let him escape. That is all.
Might makes right.
I'd hoped to relive those...
More fighting. I will prevail.
to be anyone here! Wait, is that... Professor?
Professor, you're alive after all. Well then, I am quite pleased with my choice to come here.
Professor! Never mind. We have to focus on winning this fight.
Lend us a hand. Let's beat them back!
I do this for all of us.
Ready for anything. Yeah!
I'm awake. How exciting.
You should yield me a tidy profit.
If we split our troops in two, we can attack from the north and the south to trap their leader.
I'm gonna haunt you if I die.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
That man used to be a merchant here at the monastery. He must have fallen on hard times to take up with those thieves. It seems we were able to expel the bandits who were hiding in Garreg Mach. How fortuitous that you students should gather at the monastery like this.
We made a promise with the professor. That was 5 years ago to the very day.
We all gave our promise to be meeting here when the Millennium Festival arrived.
Though the one who came up with that plan is not here. Edelgard. Still, how incredible that those present gathered despite the terrible state of things.
The most incredible part of it is that you didn't oversleep and miss the reunion.
So, that is the reason. Professor, the monastery is safe because of your devoted students. I am now fully convinced that you are the only one who can save Fodlan. Ah, so you have finally accepted your destiny. On the very day I return to Garreg Mach, you awaken and return as well. This is no mere coincidence, but rather the work of the goddess. Actually, well, it will be easier to just show you. Come with me to the Holy Mausoleum. I realize that since you've been slumbering for so long, you have no idea what has transpired in the various territories. Allow me to explain. After the Battle of Garreg Mach, there was a change of regime in the kingdom. House Blaiddyd suffered a series of brutal massacres, which claimed the lives of Dimitri and Regent Rufus. The kingdom capital fell and was absorbed into the Empire as the Fargus Dukedom, which is now under Cornelia's control. Some still resist the Empire. As of now, Rodrigue of House Fraldarius is at the center of such efforts. In the Alliance, Claude leads the faction that opposes the Empire, and Lawrence leads those who have sided with them. The front lines are ever in motion, but the war effort has stagnated overall. In short, both the Kingdom and the Alliance have been swallowed up by the Empire and are on the verge of collapse. We must gather our generals and soldiers under your command and reverse this dire situation. Flayn, look! The professor has returned to us!
What do you mean? Oh, goodness! It really is you, Professor! I cannot believe you are still of this world! We were so worried we would never see you again! forgot something important at the Holy Mausoleum. I told my brother that I had to go back for it no matter what, and so here I am.
After we finished here, we were going to continue our search for Rhea. But now that you are here, things have changed. We must not waste this opportunity. We shall send word to the knights scattered all across the land. The time has come for the Knights of Seiros to return to action. We are counting on you, Professor.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Guardian Moon. A king without a kingdom. Having parted ways with Edelgard, former students of the Black Eagle House now work alongside the Knights of Seiros at Garreg Mach. They begin to create a resistance army strong enough to take on her Imperial forces.
Oh, thank the goddess. I couldn't bear the thought of letting Gerald down by not finding you.
Guess you lucked out. We've been looking everywhere for you, but I see Lady Rhea isn't with you. Damn.
Everyone was real worried about you, Professor.
Seteth told us everything. From here on out, you will have our aid.
I am so grateful that everyone is safe. I am sorry things are moving so rapidly, but there is something we must discuss. Come with me. The time has come to make our true stand against the Empire. Our base will be Garreg Mach monastery. The interior is in less than prime condition, but we should be able to utilize it much the same as we had before.
Surely those Imperial jerks have this place staked out, right? It's a highly strategic location.
It may be an area of importance, but it is far removed from the front lines. Considering the burden of transport, it is possible they are not paying too much attention to it.
Nothing escapes the Emperor. There must at least be a spy or two.
Professor, what do you think? I see. Then it must be the right idea.
The town and surrounding hamlets are still present, and though far from abundant, the church still has funds at its disposal.
That's true. Professor, I think we can leave expanding our army to my brother. He was always good at negotiating, and I believe he is best suited to the task.
In that case, I have a request. Please allow my soldiers to join your ranks as well. House Sire already tried taking on the Emperor. As a result, our territory was stolen from us. As a consequence, I do not have many soldiers left to speak of, but those I have are yours to command.
I feel like I should tell you that I've been protecting some kids who lost their parents in the war. They're in the town right now, but maybe we can move them to the monastery? I'm sure they'd be happy to chip in however they can.
Yes, I understand. I will make the necessary arrangements.
I nabbed some valuables from my house. Father is with the Emperor now, so... It's not much, but it's yours.
I don't have a thing to contribute. In fact, I'm still in my same old clothes.
I've been wandering on my own for 5 years. I won't go back to that house or my father, that's for sure.
I understand. Leave it to me. No labor is too great if it means saving Foggy.
Thank you.
country with no king has no future. That's why I made my way here. Professor, don't let me down. You'll understand soon enough.
Professor, it's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know. It's also that Captain Gerald asked me, his first and greatest apprentice, to look out for you. Of course, it wouldn't be enough just to keep you alive. It's my duty to make sure you win, too. So do your best, Professor, and count on me to watch your back.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom and Alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
Fighting alongside you and everyone else is a dream come true, Professor. And don't worry about my little sis. Right now, she's back home helping out with the family business. I kind of figured I was going to be stuck going back and taking over for her. But thanks to you guys, I get to work on my dream of becoming a proper knight.
Professor! Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened. I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garreg Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom and Alliance. Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together.
Do you have time for a request?
Professor! Oh my, it's so good to see you. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But you're here. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Hey, Professor. I know that we didn't plan to stop at the monastery, but I'm glad we did. I'm happy to be here with everyone again. What good does grimness do us? Let's try to enjoy our time together while we can.
At last, I return to my domain, my lonely paradise, my realm of exquisite solitude. Huh? Professor? Is that you? You didn't hear that just now, did you? Oh, forget you heard anything!
Hey! Quite given up on ever seeing you again. Where have you been hiding? Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must fulfill my promise. The promise I made to the captain, to keep you safe. I can't believe you've forgotten. How cold.
Pardon me. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago, but I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that.
Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
Okay.
Got a favor to ask.
Professor, I have a proposal. Why not go beyond the Knights of Seros? Instead, uniting with allies from all across Fodlan to fight for our cause. Looking back, it would have been best to ally with the Kingdom and join forces against the Empire. But now the Kingdom is not exactly, well...
I need a favor.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Hello there.
Professor, I left home without telling my father. Did you know that? I can just imagine my father's face contorted in anger, and the delightful words he must have used to describe me. Kind of a scary image, actually. But regardless, I've put my faith in you, Professor, and I'm hoping I haven't made a big mistake.
Yes. I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around. In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea. Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back, Professor.
Yes, I come from the Empire, but I have no intention of ever returning. This war the Emperor instigated has caused nothing but trouble and pain. I want this war to end. And that's why I'm here, fighting with you.
Members of the Knights tell me that Father left their ranks 5 years ago. They say he announced he was returning to the Kingdom, but nobody's heard from him since. I haven't received word that he went back home to Mother. Where could he be? Where are you, Father?
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way. Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt.
Professor?
During his search for her grace, the Archbishop, Ch12 has visited churches all across the land. It served to demonstrate to the devout across Fodlan that the Church of Seros is still going strong. As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state of chaos.
No.
It's been fixed up quite a bit, but its battle scars aren't so easily erased. To think that a glorious cathedral with a 1,000-year history would end up like this. I'll rebuild this place someday. This cathedral is the symbol of Fodlan. Maybe I should paint a picture of the beautiful cathedral of old. Well, I still remember what it looked like.
Maybe.
Huh? The town I'd been living in came under attack by the Empire's army. My parents were both caught up in the fighting and killed. I've got no home to go back to anymore. so I guess I may as well stay here.
It seems that in the last 5 years, the monks here have left this place for the town below. However, once they learn of our return, perhaps they'll come back. I hope the monastery can return to normal someday.
Pardon me.
Even with the church in shambles, we can still pray. The goddess will surely hear our prayers. But still, I hope the church can return to its former beauty someday.
Professor! You're here, Professor! Along with everyone from our old class! It's like we've gone back in time. When I think that I'll be around you again, all of my sorrows just drift away. I understand. Especially with Lady Rhea missing. It sounds like the Kingdom and Alliance have been in a sorry state too, but we can't let that get us down. Let's work together for the common good, like we did 5 years ago.
Professor? The promise was made 5 years ago, but I must say I'm rather impressed by how many of us managed to make it. Personally, I only showed up because I hope to see you again, Professor. I've been with my family in the Empire until recently. I admit to feeling a little guilty betraying Her Majesty, but only a little. Now that we're all together again, I suppose the fighting will begin soon.
I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound. But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone. Nonsense. Your presence steeled everyone's resolve.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back. You gotta find her, Professor. You just gotta.
Hey, you!
Teacher, I have lost my dominion. My nobility may seem like nothing more than a title, but I will never lose my noble heart. I will stop Edelgard, even if it costs me my life. I have turned my blade against her now. I cannot go back on that decision. Professor, do you think I chose the wrong path? You are right.
Really?
Thankfully, it appears the records and equipment I need for my research have not been damaged. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible. Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail. Wonderful news. I am most excited to begin. We must find the time, of course.
Professor? My professor, you haven't changed a bit. At your age, I'd expect your whole demeanor to have changed greatly over 5 years. Though, I suppose I haven't changed either, right? Thank you for noticing, by the way. Ah, just the two of us, forever young. Oh, let me have my fun.
With the return of its knights, Garreg Mach is finally coming back to life. The Church of Seiros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea. Thank you. I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength. With the return, the Church of Seiros, I have something to ask of you. With the Church of Seiros,
Oh, good. Thanks.